Whoa! What's up, Crown community? My name is... What's up, Crown community?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Bro! What's up, Crown community?
What's up, you guys? How's it going?
My name is Aubrey.
And my name is Efren.
And welcome to another episode of Crowned Gambit.
And today we actually have a special episode that we want to go ahead and talk to you guys about.
Will video compilations help make money, or will you get monetized for that? And we'll be talking about it here in this video today.
But before we actually get started, we just want to give a special shout out to two of our Patreon. Okay. One of them is Invincible. The other one is Jason Beltran. So thank you so much for being Patreon members. You guys
thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Which we greatly appreciate. Today we're going to be doing a special episode out of every single one we've done. And this guy is about to go ahead and introduce that to you.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely introduce it. I'm going to be talking about, or we're going to be talking about how the channel started, how we came up with the name. So, during the pandemic last year, or was it last year?
Yeah, it was around
about last year, December of 2020. March 2020 all the way to December, we were home jailed, not being able to go out, not being able to work, so we just stayed home. So I figured, okay, you know what? Let me just watch some Netflix stuff or some streaming services. So I decided to watch the second season of The Mandalorian, and I loved it. I am a big fan of reactors reacting to these videos and series, and I'm also a big fan of compilations. So I've seen compilations before. I'm sure you guys know a few of the channels out there that I don't want to mention, but YouTube creators that create these reactions. But I wanted to do something a little bit different with this reaction compilation. So I figured, okay, let me try this as an experiment. Let me do one with The Mandalorian, because after watching the last episode of The Mandalorian of season 2, I love reacting to it. I love the emotions, everything that came up with it. And I started watching other people's reaction, and I was inspired by it. So I'm like, you know what, let me put this all together and see what I can come up with. But with a little twist. Let me see if I can put these memes in there, put something funny, some references here and there, and see how it comes up. Yeah. So I did. I called my buddy up. I'm like, hey, Everett, guess what? I just started a YouTube channel. I'm calling it Crowned Gambit. I had him watch it, and he watched it, and he loved it. And actually, you know what? You did not even watch it.
No,
you did not watch it. What was your story on this one?
This was around December time. He came in. He was bringing the kids, their presents.
What is it? You don't even know what it is? Is it? Oh, no. All right, there you go.
And he gave me a gift, and he did a video. And this video, which we'll have it on the link below, which was literally the first video that we put up.
The second video
that we put up. And that was me unwrapping a Pinoy show, which is a Filipino,
It was like a series.
Movie, yeah, like a TV show.
Yeah, you got it.
Pinoy Big Brother.
Is that the one you wanted?
So he was playing with me. Like, I opened it up, like, what the hell is this? He's like, I'm just messing with you. This is actually my Amaz. Yeah. Let me go ahead and give you a real gift. And then he gave me a video game. At that time, we were going to be starting a gaming channel, which we didn't really start until just recently. But he gave me the idea of saying, hey, listen, I'm starting this channel. I'm doing a compilation. And, he goes, I need a partner. And, he's like, you want to partner up with me? We weren't even talking about money. We weren't talking about fame. We weren't talking about anything.
We were just doing it for fun.
You want to go ahead and do it just for fun. Just so we could start something.
Yeah, because we were home. We weren't doing anything.
Yeah, and since we're big fans of, like,
Star Wars,
Marvels,
comics, and
all sorts. We have related to movies, a lot of shows and movies that we enjoy.
And Efren and I, we call each other up all the time, talk about like the films that we watch, or we recommend each other. Oh, you should watch this. Yeah. You should watch this. We talk a lot about films, and I'm like, damn, you know what? This could be in the podcast. We would have full conversations for 1 hour, just talking about films. Even more longer than that, like hours and hours, just talking about films, our favorite films, and what we like about the films, and I'm like, you know what, all this stuff that we're talking about, we should start like a podcast on this. Yeah. So I'm like, how about you just partner up with me on this YouTube thing?
Yeah, and like we decided to do this as a venture together.
The first video I posted was the Mandalorian, The Rescue, which was the last episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian.
And I haven't watched
And
Mandalorian.
he hasn't seen any of season 2.
Only
any
the
of
first
season 2.
season.
So I told him, okay, don't watch this yet, because you need to finish up on the first episode of season 2, because you don't want to spoil yourself. When I posted this video, on the first day, I started calling her friends. I told Efren to subscribe to my channel, right? At that time, it was just me. So I just called it my channel, right? So hey, Efren, can you subscribe to my channel? Because I just started this video. I'm just doing it for fun. Let's see what happens. And then he did. So he subscribed, and then we called a couple of friends, and we started texting. I started texting some friends, and he started texting some friends, and they started subscribing. And it started with 1 subscriber to like 5 subscribers, right? 5,
we were
6
happy.
subscribers, and we were happy. Like, yes,
Yeah,
6 subscribers. That's cool. And the view count wasn't all that great. I mean, I watched it like 3 times just to see if I can study it, make it better or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the view count was like, what, 10? The first day was like 10 views, 15 views, 20 views. The second day was like 30 views. I'm like, okay, so it's getting some income. And then the third day, it went from like 5 subscribers to like 15. And then I asked Efren, wait, do we call any more friends to subscribe? And he was like, no, those are all our friends that that we called to subscribe, which was that 5.
That actually supported us.
That support us. Then who are these other like 11 or 12 people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, people are actually watching this video.
And I wanted to watch it, but
He couldn't.
I couldn't.
I told him not to.
What had happened was, at that point, I was gonna actually binge watch the whole thing. But then he's like, you know what? Since you haven't watched it and we're partnering up, why don't you start doing individually the episodes and start doing a reaction video? Keep in mind, I've never done anything like this. So in our first videos, you'll see the way that we've gotten better.
You gotta do the. Remember?
You gotta do this.
You gotta do it. Just do it. Don't touch your phone. Just.
All right, you guys, how's it going today?
I've never done anything
Based on
either,
what
so
we've
I
seen.
was so. We were both we're both so like Ricky-ish.
Yeah, we were very shy on camera. We didn't even know what to say.
I mean, I've done
Started.
podcasts before. I've been in front of the camera before, so I kind of know, but at the same time, I'm not an expert. So yeah, we were both a bit shy. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know what to do. We didn't have structure. We were freestyling everything. Now, of course, we've developed an increase of how to talk to the camera, how to be in front of the camera, how to frame ourselves in the camera. But before that, we're very rookish, very green, I like to say, right? That video was still there, throughout the week. It started from like 15 subscribers to 20 subscribers to like 30, and then I started talking to everyone like, hey, the subscriber count is going up. The views went from 10, 20 to like, within the week it went to like 300 views, and I was like, what? Is this hitting the YouTube algorithm? And yes, it actually is. And I want to talk a little bit about the YouTube algorithm. Now, when your video hits a certain amount of views and it picks up traffic within the next 1 week,
Stays active.
it's what YouTube does is it has like these automatic bots that just put your video out there for recommendations, and that's how your video starts getting traffic and builds momentum. I would say that we got lucky because at that time The Mandalorian was still fresh. It was popular. People were doing a search engine of anything Star Wars, anything Mandalorian, anything Baby Grogu, anything Luke Skywalker, right? So Luke Skywalker, I think, gave us, he kind of gave us the force a little bit with this one video. So this video started climbing, went from 10,000, 14,000 views. So after 14,000 views, that's when I thought, okay, now let's get a little bit serious. Let me see if I can post a second one. As I'm posting the second one, again, Efren hasn't seen any of these chain reactions yet, but he's still partnering up with me because we already had plans on doing like reactions and stuff like that, which we're going to talk about too as well. So I figured, okay, let me put the next video, second to the last video,
chapter 15,
which is chapter 15, The Believer, right? Well, Believer. I did the same exact style, put memes, little compilations and stuff like that. People loved it. I know you guys loved it because I hear you subscribers. You guys typed it up like, yeah, we want more of this. The more you ask for it, the more I start posting. I posted, and then I figured, will I get monetized for compilations? It was very tricky. Yes and no.
And at first, we weren't even thinking of we were gonna get monetized. We were just.
I was really afraid. And remember, qualifications for monetization. And I know a lot of you guys might know this, but for those starting their own channel, for those beginning creators right now, you need 1,000 subscribers, at least 1,000 subscribers, and 4,000 watch time hours within the year. If you don't reach that requirement, then you're gonna have to start all over for the next year. Also, you have to meet all the YouTube guidelines. Copyright, reuse content, and there's a lot of stuff out there. But you guys definitely check out all the guidelines. What guidelines is what. Of course, no violence, no drugs, no nothing like that. Anything like that, try to keep away from. Our video has a lot of reuse. The compilation has a lot of reuse content. I was afraid, okay, there's a lot of reuse content in this one because we're taking a lot of videos from reactors. Also, I'm using like certain parts of films to create this, but I'm creating a parody. So there are loopholes around this. You can do it, you can use reuse content, but as long as you create like some sort of a parody that identifies it as your own, then it's suitable. Yeah. But that's the tricky part. There's a tricky part in that area that you have to figure out.
You have to know the regulations.
You have to know. You have to be
terms and
very
conditions.
careful. Music. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Be very careful with music. Now you can put your favorite songs in there, mainstream songs, but remember, here's the trick. Use 3 seconds to 4 seconds of that song, and I think you'll be fine because that's what we did. Fast forward. I spoke to Efren after the second or third chain reaction. I told Efren, you know what? There's a possibility we're not gonna get monetized for this because of the reuse content, and I told him ahead of time because I don't want him having any wishful thinking. Oh, we're gonna get paid. No, it does not work like that. It's not that easy. Just because you get your 4,000 hours of watch time, just because you get your 1,000, you get paid right away? No, you don't get monetized right away. You still have to go through all the YouTube guidelines. Now I figured, how about we do this? We're gonna create our channel. We're gonna put our chain reactions in there, but we still need to introduce ourselves as the creators. It might not be as strong, but let's do our own reaction videos of ourselves in there. And that's what you guys are probably wondering. Like, I thought you guys are focused on the compilations. Yes, but at the same time, we wanted to put ourselves out there. That way you know who the creators are, and that way YouTube knows that it's us creating these videos.
Exactly.
And that's why we're doing these reactions. It may not be strong, and yes, we're still trying to build that as far as like our
network,
momentum and network. It's doing all right. And if you guys let us know what we can do to improve that,
write down in the comment section.
Write that down in the comments below because
us.
We want to know all the negatives too. We want to know what we can do to improve ourselves. But this is one of the reasons why we put our own reaction videos there and top, like in a mixture with our chain reactions.
And we weren't even thinking, hey, we're still gonna get monetized. So we were just like, let's just keep going. I mean, we might as well just keep going and see what happens. We started investing our own money in getting equipment, getting lighting, getting microphones, getting a bunch of things that we needed to be able to get to where we're at today. And we feel like we still have a lot more to grow, but we've already grown so much. And you guys can see that in our videos where we started to now where we're at. You can see how much more we've evolved the channel into. When he has started, he brought it up to me and say, hey, let's get this started. Let's see what happens. Let's just have fun with it. And we did. And fast forward in time, we tried not just one,
not just twice, not even three times.
Four times. We applied for monetization. And after the fourth time, they finally decided to monetize. They sent him the email and he sent it over to me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like you said, it's gonna get frustrating, guys. For new creators out there, I would say we got lucky with the first video. But even though if you're blessed and you got lucky with the first video, you have to keep continue on. You can't just be like, okay, I'm just gonna sleep on this, I'm good. You have to keep working and working and working and working, make your videos better, solid, tighten it up, cut it better. Just keep doing it better and better. Make changes. Find your flaws. Study, research everything. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. And if you He's working, he's got kids. I was working, I gotta do other stuff too. You still have to find time
to it.
You have to multitask. You gotta work around it.
And I think that's why our partnership worked even got stronger, is because every time we say we're gonna do something, we would do it.
We do it.
It's not like we would say, hey, yeah, okay, well, no, I wouldn't.
I'll be honest though, there are times when I got on Efren's case on certain things, but I can tell you this though, what I do respect about Efren, and the only reason why I prefer Efren as a partner more than anybody else, I know that he's the only person out of all of my friends, all my colleagues that I know of that is reliable. Once I do tell him to do something, he actually does do it. I mean, it might take him time. I have to talk to him a few times, but he actually does do it. So I commend him on that. This moment, we own it. And that's why there's nobody else I can think of right now than Efren that can do this with me, to be honest with you. Efren doesn't know how to edit. Efren doesn't know how to draw. Efren, I mean, there's a lot of things I do.
I did put on my face on that camera and said, I'm going to do it. I don't know how to do this.
Efren did.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we did. I mean, our videos, our personal videos, our reaction aren't really the best. The one that I did nail,
I wouldn't say
on the
best. I wouldn't say
Big Brother
it's
reaction.
not the strongest.
Exactly.
It's not the
because we
strongest.
still have a lot more to grow within ourselves.
Of course.
But the one that I nailed in the head was when I finally got to chapter 16.
He started, when Efren started crying, like, bro, you gotta start crying off the top.
That's so cool. Luke? It's Luke.
It's fucking amazing. Just... I teared up on the camera, and I got a lot of views. A lot of people were able to relate to that, and from there, I was we just kept going, and when we finally got monetized, we just were like full throttle, going crazy. And this was around August where we finally got monetized. So keep in mind, we were already able to get monetized on March. Okay, around March is when we were able to get monetized. But because we were going through the whole processes, each time that we applied and we got denied, we had to wait how long?
A month.
A month.
Remember, once you get denied by YouTube, they'll let you know like maybe 2 days, maybe even the next day they'll let you know where you didn't qualify for it. And that's the email that you really don't want to see.
See, that's the email that a lot of people give up.
Yeah.
And some people might try 2, even 3 times.
They'll give up the third time.
Be like, that's
They'll give up the third time.
It was not gonna work,
dude.
But
4 times.
We just kept going and kept pushing and just said we're gonna keep doing it until they really give us the reason really why. And finally, once he was in Vegas, I guess Vegas.
Oh yeah, man. That
lucky place, I guess.
I was in Vegas. I didn't gamble. I was in Vegas. I was in bed. I decided, hey, you know what?
You were editing, I think, he was doing Loki.
I was doing Loki. I was actually doing Loki, and of course, I haven't posted that yet, but yeah, I'll have this posted. Like, I laid on my bed, and, you know what? Let me take a look at my email real quick. Checked out my email. Congratulations. You are now qualified for the YT YouTube
partnership.
YPP YouTube partnership program. I called Efren. Bro,
guess what?
Look at this email. I sent him the email. Screenshot of the email.
I'm like, well.
He screamed. I screamed. We all screamed for ice cream. We screamed so hard, and then we started looking up. Now this is where you can click each video and monetize it, and you get that little $sign. Great, happy. Bob's your uncle. Japanese, easy peasy Japanese.
Easy peasy, yeah.
Japanese. That was great. It was great. We were so motivated. We started doing more videos. We had more plans.
Instagram.
We started Instagram. We started doing this. We started telling our friends, like, guess what? We got monetized. We were celebrating like there was no tomorrow. And then
2 months later,
the apocalypse hit us hard. 2 months later. Just when we were ranking up with our monetization, 2 months later, YouTube decides to demonetize us. Damn. What do you do next? After all that work, 1 year, about almost 1 year of all that work, and then 4 to 5 times of being denied by YouTube, and then finally saying, okay, cool, come join the party. After telling you that you're fine and dandy, join the club. Next thing you know it, slap in the face, you're out.
This happened around
November.
at the end of August. So we literally went September. Around that time, around September, we got demonetized
for reused content, specifically for reused content. And I already knew this was right after I posted the boys chain reaction. This is right after I posted the boys chain reaction, so you can see the timeline on that.
And we were trying to figure out,
Like,
we thought that we probably got demonetized because of the boys.
Yeah, because of his violence or whatnot, but it had nothing to do with that. I checked the reason for it, and YouTube will tell you what the reason was. It was for reused content. So I said, damn, here we go again with this roller coaster.
And we were down. We were both crushed at that time.
I was so sad. I didn't know what to do afterwards. Efren was, man, he was, I mean, he broke down. He was like, what the F, right? So I said, okay, let's try again. Let's wait, because after you get demonetized, you can always reapply, but you have to wait a month. A month later, we reapplied. What happened?
We got denied.
They got denied.
And this was September, and then we reapplied again in October.
I go, let's keep going. Let's keep making these videos. People are expecting the chain reactions.
And I was at that point, at that time, I was just like, you know, what's the point, bro? We're just getting denied. But he motivated me to keep going.
I told him, stop, don't think like that. We came a long way. Our subscribers are expecting the next chain reaction. Let's not let them down. What else can we do? If we can't depend on YouTube, which, if you are a creator, YouTube's a great platform to get monetization, but you have to think outside the box. You have to find different platforms and different ways to generate income, and not just focus on one. And that's overall in life. It doesn't. You don't have to be a YouTube creator to be. Every billionaire out there has 7 sources of income. They're not just going to invest in one thing and just no. They're going to expand their monopoly, or not expand their monopoly, or create a monopoly. They're going to expand their houses, real estate agents. They're going to buy a house here, fix it up, rent that out, and then buy another house, fix that. They're not just going to focus on one thing. They're going to expand. It's all about expanding, and that's what you should do if you're a YouTube creator. Expand, expand, expand. Look for different platforms for generating income. All right, don't just focus on one. Okay, because things like this can happen, and that's going to crush you if you're so dependent on one.
And that's why we started our Patreon.
Exactly. So I figured, okay, I noticed that a lot of these, reactors for these videos are doing Patreon. They're doing Buy Me a Coffee. So we did that. So we did Buy Me a Coffee. That didn't do well because maybe we weren't too we didn't structure it correctly, but then we also did a Patreon. So we started a Patreon. It's still building. It's still building, but still, you gotta put it out there. You gotta let people know, this is our Patreon.
You have to get creative with this.
You have to be very creative with it. You have to sell yourself. You have to advertise. You have to market yourself. We're not big yet, but this is our story as far as monetization and stuff. So after posting the Patreon,
this was October. We
reapplied,
and the same thing. We got
denied.
And at that point, the roles reversed. Now at that point, he was down and
I was doubting it.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab all of our chain reactions because that's what's that's messing us up. So we were gonna delete them, and he was gonna start a separate channel, just chain reactions, to drive people into the channel, which was the Crowned Gambit. At that point, I just told him, you know what? Just like you told me, let's just keep going. Let's try at least one more month before we do that.
Because if I was to do that, if I was to make that decision and delete all of the chain reactions from this Crowned Gambit main channel, all the views, all the comments, all the likes will be gone. It doesn't matter if it's going to build up on the next channel, which I was going to call Crowned Gambit Chain Reactions. Whatever we worked for from that beginning of the year will be gone.
Exactly.
So we're starting literally from zero. And then whatever we're left with, that's what we'll work with. Yeah. But he said, okay, let's give it 2 more months. Give it 2 more months. If it does happen, then let's make that decision. Let's not pull the plug yet. Because our channel was in life support, metaphorically speaking. It was in life support. I was about to pull the plug. Literally,
but right before he did, he actually called me just to kind of talk to me as a partner and tell me, hey, you know what, this is what I'm thinking of just doing. Just so that way we can keep going on this page and just drive people from that page to our page. So we were like, you know what, let's just keep going one more month, 2 more months, and that's it. If it doesn't happen by December, then that's it. It's cool. At least we gave it our big shot, our best shot. And after November,
so November 28th, it's always like a month after you apply, you get to reapply the next month. November 28th, there's that reapply button. Well, before that, before I even reapplied, I told our friend, because we're a fresh channel, we're still a beginning channel. I'm not sure if it's a theory, but there's this whole talk from different creators that YouTube does send these bots. And these bots are like little AIs that are just automated, and it just does like a sweep in everybody's channel, not just us. There's no favoritism. It does a sweep of everybody's channel. There's no human checking each channel, not unless if you contact them directly, which is almost impossible.
In order for you to actually get a live person, you have to be a partnership with YouTube, which kind of sucks because if you're out of it, there's no way to
there's
reach
no
them
really
live.
contact them. It's we tried Twitter, we tried
Emailing them,
the info, emailing them, and sometimes supposedly you can type up like a person, but it's not. You're actually talking to an AI.
Yeah, and we even tried contacting them through phone.
They have automated messages
phone numbers,
to
and
reply
we tried
to every question you have. They have robots to reply to that. So you're not trying to talk to a robot. So they do a sweep. They have these bots, these YouTube bots that does a sweep on the whole, entire page to find anything, any reason to demonetize anything. So they did a sweep. Luckily for us, after reapplying on November 28th, on the 3rd of December, which is this month, I get an email that says, "Congratulations, you have now been part of the YPP program." That was a breath of fresh air for me, because to be honest, I did not know what it was. But again, my theory is, well, first off, I did write a letter. I wrote a big letter. You can write a letter, write a cover letter. And my letter was specifically saying, yes, I do understand I am using reused content. These videos take weeks, hours of a day to create. It's not just easy cutting and pasting. I'm creating parodies. So by creating these parodies, putting all these reaction videos, different videos together to make this one big video requires a lot of work. In fairness, it's technically kind of like our video. We've manipulated, or not manipulated, but we created a compilation and created a parody to create this one video of entertainment. I'm assuming that YouTube understood that. I'm assuming that maybe a person, an employee of a representative of YouTube actually had taken the time to look at maybe a couple of the chain reaction videos. Yes, it got approved, and we are now part of the YPP program.
Exactly.
As of now.
Right now we're still
now.
are. So I'm more than likely they might send out those bots to go and join our parade.
Because yes, they do send these bots. You have to be prepared. You have to make sure. I can't always depend on this, because if something like this happens again, what's going to happen? So you have to be prepared. Check out different platforms. Create a website. Put your stuff out there. Find ways to get monetized. Sell your shirts. Create shirts. Design your shirts and stuff for your channel. Build your network and have them follow you. Find ways to gather them to your next platform, or wherever. The number one consumers here are you guys, the subscribers, because you guys are the ones that keeps us going. If it wasn't for you subscribers, I wouldn't be making these chain reactions.
We wouldn't be motivated.
We wouldn't be making any of these videos and stuff. So I applaud you on that, and I appreciate all you guys, all you subscribers. Even if you haven't been a Patreon yet, we're trying to build that and create more different benefits and tiers for Patreon to make it a better experience for you guys.
So it's just been a whole roller coaster of emotions from the beginning. The moral story is
never give up.
Never give up on this.
Keep going.
If you have a passion to want to make this happen, you have a vision for it, just keep going regardless of how many times they knock you back down. Just always get back up and keep pushing, because eventually, if you feel strong in your heart that you'll be able to do it, eventually somebody will see that and make it happen for you. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't, then try something different. but at least you have already that experience of going through that process already, so you'll know how to quickly get back up and try whatever is it that you're passionate about. We've gone through a lot with this channel. Our lifestyle, which is going to be based on everything that what we do with our lifestyle, you know, we're gonna go events, food, travel, a bunch of things. We're going to be doing a lot of fun projects on there. There's a lot of projects now that we have in mind because we didn't give up, we kept it pushing, and then pretty soon, by the next 2-3 years, we're looking to have this channel really branded out there where everybody knows who Crowned Gambit is, Crowned Gambit lifestyle. We're pushing it hard, we're marketing out there, we're trying to network around.
Is it easy?
It's not easy, you know, every day having to push it.
Not close to easy.
Yeah, knowing that you're not getting paid, you're doing it out of your own free will.
And your own pocket.
And out of your own expenses. You know, that definitely, all those that tie down, it kind of messes with your mind. So if you have a partner that you work with, find yourself a partner that's going to be dedicated just like you are to wanting to make this happen. There's always going to be bumps on the road, but the bumps on the road are the experiences, the scars that you get that's going to help you push on forward on anything that you want to do in life. And just apply that with anything in life. And that's how a lot of successful people win, because they weren't successful right off the bat. They weren't born perfect. A lot of people have ideas, but they don't run with it. Or they run with it, then they fall, and then they get scared.
They get scared and they don't want to do it anymore.
Or they get no's, and then they just give up.
You don't know how many people I know that had a vision, a dream, that talked about a vision and a dream. You know, and they're so motivated, and they start like, yeah, high five, we're about to make money. High five, man, we're about to make money. That's the first day, right? The second day, like, yeah, we're about to do this. That's the second day. Third day is like,
a week later.
What time do you have to do this?
Yeah, a week later, they're like, I don't know, but we're still there. But, you know, it's going to be happening. You know,
and after that, they just wither away. The passion is gone.
Exactly.
You know? I've known so many people, friends, colleagues. I've heard it so many times. You know how many times we got denied? More than 5 times. I can count more than 5 times, 7 times. Imagine being a creator and you've been working this for so long, right? For a year, and you think everything's gonna go well, and it does not go well. It won't go well. Expect it. It's not gonna go well, but you just gotta keep going. It will, but you gotta keep going.
Exactly.
But it's not always going to go well.
Just keep that in mind, you guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach out to us.
Yeah, any questions about like
monetization, about if you get demonetized.
What to do if you get demonetized. Yeah, post a comment below, message us. We'd love to answer any question that we can truthfully tell you based on our experience. But at the same time, we're still growing. I mean, we're not big yet. We're still growing, but we'd love to answer any questions that you guys can throw at us.
Yeah,
and we'll give you an honest answer on that.
Exactly, and that's just something that we want to share with you guys. So
for new creators especially.
For new creators, for all the fans out there who's been with us from day one, at least now you guys know not only our story, but you've seen all of our struggles, you've seen now our successes. We love to you guys to be a part of it. As an audience, we're always happy to network around and try to expand this and make it as big as we possibly can.
If there's anything that we did miss, there's a comment below. So you can find me in AubreyFreely_81.
And you can find me at Efra Santos on Instagram, where we wanted to talk to you guys today about this. And this is what makes it more special, because this actually comes from everything what we've gone through. We just feel like we want to share this story with you guys. Many people can relate if you guys gone through those roller coasters already. We're just happy to be where we're at today, and it's all thanks to you fans out there.
I hope this video helped you guys out for a lot of the new creators out there. I hope this answers some of the questions, or most of the biggest questions that you guys have, or fears that you guys have as being a new creator, because it can be scary, because you're going to be judged. You don't know how people are going to feel about it. Who cares what people think? I've already surpassed that. I can care less what people think about me. I can care less what people think about us. Just as long as we're being honest, just as long as we're not hurting anybody, and we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
But yeah, man, thank you so much, you guys, for sticking around. If you guys stuck around throughout the whole video, we greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends, with your family. If you enjoy the video, hit that like button. You guys can hit us up if you have any questions, or you guys want to share your stories with us. Peace out. Catch you guys in the
Have a
next
good night. Peace, guys.